Hi there, it's Peter here again, the guy who hates tomatoes but loves front-end development. Thanks for tuning in for my next live broadcast. As you know, we've been live recently, just 2 days ago, and some of you asked for some cool website deconstruction. So I promised if we hit 30 likes, I'll do one more broadcast this week and I'll deconstruct the website, and that's today. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. It's always good to hang out with fellow front-end developers. And if you don't know me, I'm Peter. I'm the guy behind Ihatetomatoes blog and this YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss all the other future tutorials released on the YouTube channel. And don't forget to smash the like button. Okay, so that's the rule we set up last time. We had a target of 30 likes and I challenged you guys to get more than 30, and at the end we got over 30. Okay, some of you actually split the work, created 15 YouTube accounts, hit the likes button from them, and that's how we got over 30, and that's how you deserve this website deconstruction. Okay, greetings to America. Carl's in the house. Carl from GreenSock, great GreenSock tutorials from Carl. Check out Snorkel TV. Hello to Brazil. Good vibes. Good vibes to Brazil. Sending some good positive vibes to Brazil as well. Hello to Everest. Say hello in the comments. Where are you tuning in, guys, from? Felipe was the first one in the house. Felipe was here 20 minutes before the live broadcast started. And that's something that I really appreciate. Okay. So thanks for tuning in, Felipe. We've got Matt as well. Matt is curious what the website deconstruction will be about. So let's stay tuned for that. And more comments coming up. Hello, hello. Yup, yup. Leopoldo's in the house. Kerstin is in the house. River 11. And that's from Iraq. Okay, so hi to Iraq. Great to see people hanging and coming over from a different part of the world. I've got Friday morning, and it's great to catch up with people from the whole world. That's amazing. We've got someone from greetings to Turkey. Turkey's in the house. Manchester's in the house. Mario's in the house. Wow, wow, wow. As you know, guys, if you've been on the last broadcast, I should somewhere on my screen see how many people watching, but I don't see it here. So anyway, if someone can type in how many people are currently there, and then we get straight into the deconstruction. And I've got not just the deconstruction for you today, I've got also a little video from a while ago that I created. I was looking at this cool effect and I want to replay it for you guys. And then I've got some cool GreenSock resource that been just released. Okay, so we'll go through all this and then I'll answer some of your questions. So feel free to leave questions for a little bit later, because if they go through the feed over here, I'll have a very hard time to follow. Okay, so leave questions for a little bit later. Greetings to Australia. Okay, so someone is up and early in Australia, which is great. Greetings to Morocco. We've got Abdelhamid Zaglami. Okay, so I try to pronounce your names, but you know, if it's from different part of the world, will be very, very tricky. Okay. 15, 15, 15. Fantastic. Okay, so I've got the numbers. I really think there should be an icon somewhere here that I accidentally hit, so I need to figure it out. Okay, I don't want to ask you all the time. Last set of greetings. Greetings to Albania. People greeting each other. Okay, so Carl gets some love here from Wellbrained. Okay, 7 likes, 8 people aren't following the rules. Thanks, Carl. And we've got obviously the coach of the coaches, Chalmers Chester. Okay, if you don't know, that's one of my colleagues from work, and we call each other coach. So thanks for tuning in, Gian. And I think we've got the first round of the welcome done, and we've got 10 likes. Very happy with that. You guys awesome. And now I will go into that deconstruction. Okay, so by the way, if there is someone first one in on my channel, then I'm Peter. I'm the guy behind Ihatetomatoes blog, and I don't want to be a stranger, so you don't be a stranger as well. Introduce yourself in the comments. And I'm a front end developer. On my blog and YouTube channel, I talk everything about front end. Recently, I launched and recorded the Git series. So if you're working with Git, or if you're not familiar exactly with how it works, then check out definitely the Git series, the playlist. And I've got also a few written tutorials if you prefer to write or read, and that should help as well. Then I've got plenty of React tutorials, GreenSock tutorials, Scroll Magic tutorials. So I am really keen and passionate about front end development, and mostly the creative side of things, the UI of it. Okay, so that's what we'll be talking a lot about on these streams. And now let's go to the deconstruction. So we had a challenge last time to hit 30 likes. We got over 30, and I promised if we do that, I do live deconstruction. I asked in the follow-up comments in which website do you want to deconstruct. No one submitted anything, so I just picked randomly one site. Okay, so that's how this website was selected. But if you want to deconstruct something next time, let me know in the comments. Okay, so I went to awards winning website, and now I'll switch to that screen. So hopefully you see it. Can you see it? Yeah. So I always go to awards winning websites, look for the websites of the day or website of the month. And I really like these Apple AirPods Pro. Okay. So we'll have a look at this side. It has some cool animations on scroll. And I wanted to just deconstruct and see how it hangs together, how it's put together. And so this is the website we'll be deconstructing today. Okay. So let's firstly play through what's happening. So we've got some description of the product coming over, cool sequence of images behind. And this is going over and over as you scroll down the page. Okay, so it explains the hardware behind the AirPods, how the sound is created, how it sounds, and it all appears as you scroll down. Okay, so very cool effect. And I was very curious how this is put together. As you know, I have a lot of screencasts and tutorials on Scroll Magic, and this was very similar effect that you could recreate with Scroll Magic or some scrolling library. Okay, so I wanted to have a look how it's done. As I said, the page is quite long, and at the end, which small thing that I really like is also this case. If you look at the case, you see that the light is actually turning from white to green, and then it blinks. Probably hard to see on your screens, but it's very cool how this is the blinking effect I was talking about. Okay, so small difference when you're scrolling down, and things little things make a big difference in the overall impact of the site. Okay, so that's the side we'll look at. And first thing first, how is the main scrolling happening? How is the text on top of the images, sequence of images happening? Okay, so if we look at that, we'll try to go to the web developer tools and find a couple sections over here. The main one we're looking at is this scroll sequence. That is, the height of it is 4145 VH. So VH is the vertical height of the browser. So it is, if I count correctly, it's 41 times taller than the viewport height. And that's where the magic happens. Okay, so this container contains sequence or image sequence with a canvas containers. Okay, so there is a canvas, there's a container for each of the sections, and each of them has its own canvas that has a sequence of images rendered on it. Okay, so it's a massive long container, and inside of it is, for each section, smaller container that has a canvas on it, and on that canvas they're rendering sequence of images. Okay, so if you scroll down, you'll see. So now we are on the first section, first canvas visible. But if I would go to canvas number 2, you see how it's set to opacity 0. So only the first one is visible, has the opacity 1, and then all the other ones are hidden until you get to that position. Okay, so that's how it's all hanging together. And obviously how it's all rendered on the canvas, there is a sequence of images. So the initial animation or the reveal of these earbuds, it's a sequence of images. Even this is a sequence of images rendered on a canvas. So if we find that section, now we are on the second section, and again there is a canvas. Okay, so head bob turn. If we hide this container, you'll see that is disappearing. Okay, so it is a long page with a lot of sections, and the text just floats on top of it. So there is a sequence of images for each of the sections, and they all in this long container. And then on top of it, there are sections for each of the text. Okay, so if you look at the first one, this is the first. So if I hide this, we wouldn't see any of the text on the first section. Okay, then we get to Bob, and again that would be the second section. Okay, so text is floating on top of sequence of images, and that's how it's all put together. What do we think? Liking the website, liking the effect, liking the deconstruction? Smash the like button if you haven't already, and we'll get to it again a little bit later. Again, I wanted to say hello and thank you to tuning in for Ana from Colombia. Hello to El Porfirio. Thanks for the content, Marios. No worries, you're welcome. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Rafaras. Canvas SEO friendly. Is Canvas SEO friendly? Are the images in sequence discoverable? Yes, they are. Okay, so obviously the browser still needs to download this, and this is snapshot of, okay, I'll go back to this. This is one of the images, and this is another piece of the sequence. Okay, so yes, you can download all the images of the sequence. Okay, and actually if you go back to here and go to the network tab, click on images. Oops, let me find it here. Refresh the page. If I refresh the page now, look at how everything is downloaded. Okay, so there's a lot of download happening, and I think overall, before the page finished loading for me, it was 55 megabytes. Okay, so there's 55 megabytes. And if someone asks about the weight, like Carl is asking what is the weight of all the images, and I'll show you exactly all together when it's all put together. So here is the question for Carl. Curious what the weight of all the images are. And I'll go back to the browser. You'll see over here it's 55 megabytes altogether. So when the page loads, you get 55 megabytes. Okay, I'm sure they have it optimized for mobile. I'm sure they're not sending 55 meg just to get to this page. And actually, I think I went to that site on my mobile and all the animations were disabled. Okay, so a lot of people think that whatever works on desktop should work exactly the same on mobile, and I don't believe that's true. I don't think you should try to do that. I wouldn't be happy if you send me 55 meg if I want to just read about the AirPods. Okay, so yes, there is 55 meg being downloaded on the desktop, and good point from Carl. When he was young, homepage was 55 kilobytes. Okay, now it's 55 megabytes. So that's how the world rocks these days. All the NBN, ADSL, and sort of broadband style of internet. So yes, a lot of images, but yes, the images are recoverable, or you can see the sequence of images, and I don't know if actually SEO sees all of these images. That's another thing, you know. Maybe SEO doesn't see it. Maybe Google doesn't see all of them, but definitely the browser gets them. Okay. Any other questions regarding what I've just talked about? Yeah, I think Sergey just said what I mean. Search engine don't download images. Okay, so they wouldn't. Maybe I don't know if they would download images that are rendered on canvas. Okay, good point. Maybe someone can research. Okay. Greetings to Albania. Thanks for tuning in, Gerald. Thank you very much. How do they render images on a canvas? I don't really know. I can't look at the JavaScript. It's all minified, but I guess you might use something like Pixie.js that lets you take image and render it on canvas, or just use the default canvas image rendering. Okay, canvas on its own, you can still take image and render it on, and there are libraries that help you to do it in a little bit more nicer API. And so Pixie.js would be one of them. Okay, so check out Pixie.js. And any other questions before we get to the next bit? I wanted to show you. Hello, Norm. Greetings again to America. Thanks for tuning in again. I recognize some of you guys from the last broadcast, which was fantastic. We had a lot of fun. Some of you actually, when we were chasing the 30 likes, some of you actually asked your mom to like the video, which I thought was very creative to get over the 30. Okay, if we get over 40 today, I'll do another 2 screencasts next week. Okay, so again, Tuesday, Friday next week, if we get over 40. Okay, so I'm raising the bar, you're raising the bar as well. Okay, now I wanted to replay one thing that actually, no, before we go to the next thing, first have a look back on the site and see how the little blinking was happening. Okay, so if I scroll down, go back to console. Oh yeah, leave the console. Oh, sorry. Go to elements and have a look. Where are we? So let's firstly, actually, let's do this. Let's come here. And we will give the scroll sequence, we will give it a background color of light blue. Okay, light blue. So this is now much more obvious what is happening. Okay, so we have the canvas in the middle of the screen, and then the light blue container is scrolling. Images are on it, and I'll just hide the sequence. Oops, hide it. And now we should see the light blue going all the way down to the bottom. So now this is very, very clear what's happening. You have text on top of a scrolling sequence of images. And if I go all the way, oops, if I go all the way where the AirPods coming in the box, I just wanted to check out this. I just wanted to see how this blinking was done. Okay, small thing. I know, maybe, come on, maybe it's not interesting everyone, but let's find out. Sticky copy, and there should be somewhere here should be not order static image. Where is this? Okay, let's see where this is. I got to it last time, and what I'm looking for is sticky lookup device. Yes, this is it. So I got to it. The AirPod Pro case has an image, and the opacity is changing from 0 to 1. So that's how it's fading in. And somewhere where this is the light case light animate. Okay, so there is an animation light blink. Oops. So it blinks and then turns into the green state. You see how there is this light blink animation. So that's a CSS animation just between 2 colors, and very, very cool, simple thing. But when you look at it and you know that's how the case works in a real life, just brings the product really to life. So just a simple div with CSS animation and transition on it, and blinks from white gray and then to green when it's done. Okay, so I think, as I said, small things make a big difference. So don't underestimate small little details on your animations. Okay, they make the big difference. Alrighty, thanks a lot again. Here are the images that I showed you last time. And let's go back to here. Say hello to Felipe. You were the first one, Felipe, in line, okay? Thanks for tuning in. Then I will play now the image or the video that I recorded ages ago when I was doing a lot of the scrolling animations. And I want to show you. This is a throwback few years back. I don't know exactly how old this is, but well, let's find out. Okay. As you can see, it's a again Apple. When the iMac first was released, the 5K Retina, and what I really like was the effect of the zooming in. So initially everything's dark, everything's zoomed in, and then you zoom out like this. I thought this was one of the first effects where I've seen effect like this, and it was so good, so effective, so powerful. And yeah, I took a screenshot of this because obviously it's not it's not available anymore. Oops, how do I clear this? Uh, Pause it. Now I don't know how to stop it, guys. Come on, how do I stop these? Oops. Let's go back to me. Okay, unlock. Okay, I got stuck, guys. I don't know remove remove that image. Oh no, I know. This is it. Okay, little glitch when that's what happens when you live. Okay, little buttons everywhere, and you don't know. Okay, so that was cool video because that was one of the first animation where there is a big image really zoomed in, and then you scrolling down, and it zooms out, shows you the details, like really tells you the story about the product. It has a big screen with a lot of details. You can zoom so much in, you don't even see a pixelation, and then you zoom out as you scroll down. I thought that was really really cool, and yeah, that's why I took the recording. This is definitely a couple of years old, and still when I look at it, I'm like, this is smart. This is smart. This is very creative coding. It's not someone just dumping in a bootstrap on it. It is creative coding. Someone thought about the idea. How can we tell people that there is so many details in the screen, and how we convey it just on the web page. Okay, so very cool. Are they using GSUP animations? Not sure on which. You mean the Apple guys on the EarPods? I don't think that's a GreenSock, to be honest. If it was GreenSock, I've got this extension installed, which you can install as well. It's called GSUP Sniffer, and it would tell you that the website is using GreenSock or not. Okay, so it detects that the library is loaded, and this one doesn't. But if I go to awards.com and refresh, I think this should. I thought they're using GreenSock, aren't they? Anyway, if I go to GreenSock website, then you see that GreenSock is using GreenSock. Yeah. So yes, you can install something like this to figure out where the website is using GreenSock or not. Okay, so it's GSUP Sniffer, and EarPods is not. Okay, EarPods is not using. Okay, EarPods is not using GreenSock. Probably hard coded, hand coded, or using another library. So I don't know. Okay. Can detect technologies on front end. Look, it's all HTML. Look, there's a lot of HTML5 markup sections with data attributes that I guess then talk to the JavaScript and move the pieces at the right time. So there is not much other technology here than HTML, CSS, and the canvas rendering. Okay, so that's how this is all hanging together. But I wanted to go to the next bit, and that when we go to GreenSock, I wanted to mention the GreenSock cheat sheet that's been released sometimes this week. I've just seen the tweet, and when I went actually to GreenSock, I couldn't find it over here. So if you go to greensock.com, and if you land in GreenSock, or if you're working with GreenSock for a while, you might go to the homepage, but I never see anywhere the link to it. Okay, so I don't see, and you see there's some scrolling animation too, but I couldn't find the link to the cheat sheet from here. And I think I went to landing, couldn't find it. So I had to go to Twitter to actually get it. So I think the Twitter guys, the GreenSock guys should definitely put it somewhere more visible, because I think it's very useful for anyone working with GreenSock. So it has the basic timelines, control methods, and if you're working with GreenSock, it will all be familiar. but it's good to have it in one spot. Okay, so I definitely recommend checking it out. I think you can also download it. There is a PDF button that you can download. The only feedback from me as a user would be to remove the links, the block links on the headings, okay? Because at the moment I was somewhere here and I clicked on the black spot between the sections and it actually opens new section for me. Yeah, so it is a block level link, which I think only the text should be clickable. So anything between doesn't take you away. Anyway, I was surprised what happened, but then I realized, yeah, the links are blocked, okay, or block level elements, not just inline. Okay, so that's where it is. Carl is saying that it is on the docs homepage, so that's the page I didn't go to. I went to learning. Okay, so yeah, docs getting started. GSub cheat sheet, fantastic. Okay, so yes, you can find it here. Good point. Good to see Carl from GreenSock here and giving us these tips. Okay, so I'll switch back to this. No, we're not going to be coding today. Maybe next time. I'm going to here. Fantastic. Rafael is in the house from Brazil. He wants to improve his English for totally enjoy this awesome content here in Brazil. We don't have this kind of content. Okay, so feel free to tune in from anywhere you want. Definitely learn English. It will help you to discover a lot of technologies, lot of stuff on the internet is in English. And for me, as a Czech national and English being my second language, I can tell you that once you learn English, it opens the door to a lot of documentation about software and coding in general. So I definitely recommending learn English, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You'll get it in secondary what do you call it, accent, so it's maybe easier to understand than some of the native speakers. Okay, so feel free to subscribe and don't forget to smash the like button, guys. We're on 25. Hey, that's fantastic. We can do it. Hello, last round of greetings is to Harpit. Hope everyone's doing well. Stay safe. Same thing from me. Make sure you are still exercising. One thing that I think a lot of people don't do because of the virus around, just go for a run, go for a walk around the block, whatever it is, workout in your garage. Because if we are at home for 2 months, this is not gonna end up well for anyone. Okay, make sure you move as well. So hello to Paul as well. Greetings. I remember you from the other screencast we had this week, and I will be wrapping it up shortly. Half an hour. It's enough of good content for me. This starts my mornings. Okay, so any questions, feel free to post them in. I'm happy to answer before we wrap it up. And it starts my morning. It's perfect. 8:30 to 9. I'll sit down, hang out with the crew on the channel, and then I'll go to do some work. Okay, so as you know, I mentioned it in my past few videos, I'll be refreshing my React tutorials, GreenSock tutorials, and that's the plan for the near future. And then it depends what you guys want to learn. Okay, fantastic. Yes, this is actually a good tip if going back to the fitness and staying fit in this current situation. One of my good friends, he was thinking to join a gym, and it is a 45 minutes commitment just to go to gym, at least 45 an hour, with commuting maybe an hour and a half. And he went once and then he didn't go for 2 months, and then he went once and then it's very hard to follow through and get some routine. But I gave him this little tip: just download this little app on your phone. It's called 7 minutes workout. And I told him, if you don't have 7 minutes, if you cannot stick to 7 minutes every day, you will never be able to go to gym for 45 or an hour. So, and he sent me an text yesterday saying that he has 100 days streak of 7 minutes workouts, which I think it's amazing. Okay, so Gian, this is inspirational even for me to do 100 minutes or 100 times 7 minutes workout. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I would not be able to do it, so you smashed it. Okay, well done. Well done. Thank you very much. And yeah, I will be wrapping up here, guys. I'll see you next week. I'll have some content again for you live as well. We'll try to do 2 screencasts, Tuesday, Friday. If there is anything specific, hit me up on Twitter that you want me to cover. Hit me up on Twitter. And as I said, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in my future videos. Until next time, happy coding.